down 18 at one point. Just how proud of these guys are you and the resiliency that they show?
Super proud. We talked all day today of what was going to take for us to win this game, and I just kept saying the team that wins the hustle game is going to win the game. Two similar teams play extremely hard, try to get out and go, and I said that's what it's going to come down to. It's not about schemes. It's who's going to win the hustle game. And in the first half, they beat up on us. They really did. And I really got after our guys and challenged them at halftime because it's what we talked about. And we came out and just turned it around, and Shaden was incredible. We got on his back. I thought Jeremy was big time, but DA, I mean, he was a presence in there. His rebound, he gets 5 steals in the game. Our bench continues to really hold us in there. Big Rob, was happy to have him back. But, Tumani and Malcolm, those guys were really good, so we needed everybody.
26 points for Shea in the second half. Can you just expand more on his game? I mean, he had a big defensive play, knocked the ball off Hayes' knee there, crunch time. So it seemed like he played point, I think, for you in the fourth quarter a lot too.
We did. We used him a lot as a playmaker. And Shaden was great the entire second half, except for with the exception of one play, he turned the ball over, trying to get it to DA when we was in good shape and he was rolling. We was playing through him and just got a little lazy. Didn't understand the moment. So that's a great teaching moment for him. But Shaden was awesome. I got a little mad at him. He gave up a couple back doors, a couple offensive rebounds, which is unacceptable, for Shaden. We know he's going to be capable of these kind of offensive nights. But I'm demanding a lot from him on both sides of the floor, And when he doesn't, which is what you've seen at the end of the first half, where I took him and Scoot out. No, this game might be too big for y'all. So I took him right out and let the other guys finish, and they were ready to go and put him back in the second half.
How is Scoot?
Sore. I'm not sure, how bad it is, but he was the first one, just typical Scoot. He was the first one outside the locker room, congratulating everybody, giving everybody high fives. So I'm not sure, but I know he's really sore. For him not to come back into the game, it says a lot.
What do you been really high on Shea, and you've also been really expecting a lot from him.
Yeah.
What's the balance between when you see a night like this, and then you were just talking about a few of the mistakes that he made, but he carried you guys on the back end to a win? What's the teaching and coaching?
Yeah, well, the balance is that I'm always I'm going to be consistent with him. So he's going to have these kind of nights where he carries us, but I don't just coach offense. I coach him. I want him to be a great player, and I think all great players play both sides of the ball. And he's young, and he's in that phase where I'm trying to mold him. So I'm not going to let up on him or Scoot or these young guys. I can't let up on them because I'll be doing them a disservice. But he's going to be a star, and he's going to appreciate that one day. That I did hold him to a certain standard, every single day, because he tells me he wants to be great. Well, there's a price to pay for that, So I'm going to be consistent with Shaden, and all of our young guys are just kind of who I am, period. But I'm so proud of him. I don't want you to take it any other way. I'm proud as hell of him. He played 42 minutes in this game, and have to carry us on the offensive end. I mean, it's not easy, but he's capable.
You mentioned DA as well. I think we've seen these last couple games. Really seems like we're getting a good idea of just who he is as a player.
He's starting to relax a lot more. We're starting to find him in his sweet spots a lot more. Him and Scoot, I thought they were really good today in the pick and roll, and Scoot and everybody kind of finding him in that pocket. We just kind of getting to know each other. So he is. I thought he was really good defensively out there, and he's just starting to show us, what he's capable of.
How big of in the second half, tonight and 2 nights ago. You know, you just talked about offense, but how key was your defense in that second half?
It was what won us the game. It really was. It was what won us the game. We got really scrappy. Cade really hurt us in the first half, and a little bit of third quarter. I thought Tumani came in there and physically was able to match him, you know, and contest his shots, and he wasn't really running through him. You know, he was able to match him step for step, and I thought he did a good job of just making him work, you know, making him work for those shots. And the shots that he made, he had to earn. So that was a big deal for us. And then, you know, other guys, we just did a good job of getting some loose balls and getting some deflections, turning it over. Finishing our defensive possessions with rebounds was a big thing for us.